New year, new me. January 3rd, 2022. Episode 4, Flow State. Let's break it down. So what you're going to see here is I'm trying to ride a trade all the way across this purple box. If you've not seen this series before, check out the playlist. But anyways, what you're going to see me doing here is I'm going to get into a trade. This is going to be a losing trade. There's going to be 3 attempts at taking this long here. So we're pulling back to first standard deviation. You can probably barely see it right there over my head. Obviously, order flow volume is a little bit low. This first entry is going to be in a few seconds, actually. So I'm just kind of watching this. On the order flow, we got tape printing. Notice how only 29 lots is printed here, 30 lots. Nobody is trying to press it through this bid. And that's a good sign. We're rotating right off first standard deviation. Go for the trade. Covering for the break even. Good buying coming in. Good buying coming in. Solid buying right here. It did get reloaded and absorbed. 300 had to come in here. So there was an iceberg order there. Even more good buying. Looking good. I tried to scale out right here. Try to scale out right here. Don't get it. Starts to fall back in. Sometimes this happens. So it's looking like I might need to go for a break even. I'm going to let this thing play around. And I'll be getting out of the trade in about a minute. So we're going to go ahead and watch this as it plays out. So what's happening is this bid I'm sitting, my entries in is getting pressed and somebody's trading on the buy side. So it is briefly going offer. But the tape is solid on the buy end for the most part. So for me, it's worth hanging out and seeing what's going on. Obviously, when I'm going for bigger pitches, boom, swept through real quick. And it's falling in. There you go. Cut it. Just cut it right there. And what happened was that turned into a $150 loss. So what we're going to do is we're going to go in the future and look at the re-entry of this trade. All right, so I lied. We didn't have to go into the future. It looks like I'll be getting right back into this trade. So I literally paused the video and no order flow had come in. But so what we're going to do is we're going to end up seeing a re-entry here. There's a quick flush. Still kind of watching this area on the chart. Starting to push up again. And it looks like the camera is shaking because there is a cat on the roof, and that would be Womack. Going for an entry right here. Get the fill, 77.50. Good buying. Good buying. Tape is flowing well. Selling coming right back into me. I'm holding firm. It bounced right as soon as it came into me. Shooting up really well here. This trade is going to go all the way to 116 is the first scale out. So I'm going to go ahead and lock in a 1 lot right up here. See how it's hesitating? This is reloading. We don't have enough buying. Only 6 lots traded up here. Let's go ahead and lock it in, get paid. And the next trade is going to be at 120. So now we're definitely going to go in the future for this one. All right, guys, it's 119. Few minutes in the future. As you can see, this trade is sort of hovering in this general region. I still have 3 lots out of the 4 on. We saw the scale out of the 1 lot. So let's go ahead and look at how this last clip comes off of. So what's going to happen is I'm going to end up taking a break even. Not a big deal because I'm going to repitch again and then I'm going to actually get the trade to run. So you'll see me coming out here. Some buyers coming in. Volume's relatively low compared to the other episodes. It's a nice change of pace, though. It's a great way to just see how this is approached and handled in different environments. So as you can see, she's printing into me. So I'm going to go ahead and attempt to get her out for a tick. Notice where I am in the queue. I'm 32 queue. I'm waiting, but I'm also covering this break even right here. Go ahead and clear out the market orders. I go for the break even, and it's just taking tremendously too long to get filled there, even though that would have worked. So let's go ahead and look at the next entry. We're going to go into the future. All right, guys, we're a few more minutes in the future. The next trade will be the final entry on this run before it actually runs. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. This entry will be at 76.25, one tick below us right here. And I'll be getting in about a minute, flushing out right there. And that kind of went down on smaller contracts on the tape. So that tells me the bids are a bit weak right there. But overall, the context is pointing long on the trade. I know it's flushing a bit, but I know what the bigger picture of this is. And it's A+ for the most part. Sometimes these A+ setups take multiple attempts to get into. And this is a perfect example of pitching it 3 different times, fighting my way into it. So as you can see, it kind of popped down right there. 11 lots. Only 11 lots traded down here. So I'm kind of watching it. I'm seeing if maybe it can come down a bit lower to the edge of this purple box. Large bid come in. Good buying. Big selling, all at 625s right here. Being patient with it. As you can see, my mouse is right here. Not ready to pounce on the trade, but I am stalking it. And that entry will be coming on in just a moment. So we come down here, 65 lots have traded total. But we're not able to get through this bid. 70 lots, 71 lots, 72 lots. Good buying. We have a 221 that scooped up these 6 evens. And as soon as that happens, that's good. We had good tape here. We're not able to get through this bid, and we had really solid buying right here. Get the fill. Obviously, it goes against me a tick. We're not going to panic right away. See? And it's going to be pushing up. It's pushing up. It's holding bid. We're not pressing down on this bid. So that's a really good sign. Sometimes when you get into them, they're going to tweak against you. And there you go. There she goes, zooming. And it's never going to come back directly into me from this point forward. What we're going to do is we're going to see the first scale out. The first scale out is at 77.25, which is right here. Trying to get the fill, being very patient. I want to take a small scalp. Just kind of pay for my efforts on this trade. And again, having a problem we had on the other trade where I'm just not getting filled. Not going to panic. I'm going to continue to wait. Good buying coming in on the tape, so that gives me hope. Guys, if you're wondering, I don't remember what I was going to say. 70Q. Just being patient. 66Q, 51Q. 47Q. Just not quite getting in there. Just being patient on it. 37. Waiting very patiently to get the fill. Not panicking. Clearing out the market orders. There's the push. The next exit is going to be at 140. So we got to go way in the future. All right, guys. It's 140. Before we get into this trade, I just want to share with you, this is Jigsaw Trading. This is the depth of market I'm executing on. If you guys are interested in buying it, you can save yourself $30 using my affiliate link below. Use my coupon code as well. Anyways, let's go ahead and jump into this trade. So I'm about to exit here. And this would be the second lot out of 4. I'm going to be getting out at 80.50. So that's quite a ways up. So there's going to be a quick rush. As you can see, the market has been churning and chopping since I've been in it. A lot of patience. And it came just above me. It never came back into me, but it came above me. Didn't panic, nothing. Because I know what this trade could potentially be. This is the importance of hitting longer hold trades. You have to be patient and you have to let them work. And there you go. Really quick rush, really good shove here. Obviously, there's liquidity here. There's size. I'm going to go ahead and take one off because of that liquidity, that size right here, because it could potentially swat the market down. And that's exactly what's happening right at this point. More solid buying. The next trade, we're going to be exiting at 143. So let me go ahead and go about 2 minutes in the future so we can get a little closer to that exit. All right, guys, as you can see, we're a few minutes in the future. Not much has happened here. It hesitated, got stuck, shoved up, and it's hesitating and getting stuck here again. This next trade's going to come out at the price of 82.75. Part of the reason I pulled this trade off was because I had 2 other traders telling me that was their target for their specific longs. Also, it's second deviation right here on the chart. So I do want to kind of scale out as this thing progressively goes up. The ultimate target for the core position, the last slot, is all the way across this purple box here. So again, I'll be pulling this off in just a moment here. As you can see, the market is turning. The volume's relatively low. I'm watching the order flow very carefully. It's starting to jump up on retail lots, so it kind of jumped up a few ticks there. On smaller lots, that's a good sign. That means the offers are sort of getting out of the way. There is a bit of absorption here, but that's not such a big deal. Again, contextually, this trade makes sense for the way it's moving. A lot of retail coming in. We're not seeing bigger traders really hit. We just had a 75 lot hit at 225. Boom, shot up. Good momentum. She's kind of coming down. Pull it out right there because this offer just popped up and it's starting to shove the market right down. Kind of watch this for just a moment before we go ahead and look at the core position coming off. So you can see it's hesitating and stalling right there. What's going to happen is it's going to start moving again. So let's go ahead and look at the last lot, which actually we don't even need to go in the future. We're going to let this go ahead and play out because I will be pulling it off in 2 minutes. And we'll be getting out at 85.25, which is right here. So we got good buying right here. So it is falling short of my initial target. And I will explain as this pans out why I decide to start pulling it out right there instead of running it to target. So order flow, you getting a lot of retail coming in right here. Bigger buyers trying to push. That's really good sign. Really good sign. Solid buying, solid buying. Heavy flow on the tape. The tape is flowing really well. Now it's starting to slow down. We're not getting that hit that you were seeing. There it is. Now it's starting to resume. Good buying. Good buying. It's starting to struggle. This move is very parabolic. And it's starting to really struggle and starting to slam here. These bids are weak. These buyers are hitting. These buyers are definitely hitting. But these offers are pretty strong and these bids are pulling. And now sellers are starting to get very aggressive right here. That's okay though. I'm going to hold it. Buyers are coming in and they're hitting at a very aggressive pace. It's starting to struggle. And at some point, the trade is close enough, I'm going to pull it off. And it's pretty fucking close to the target. I do have a bit of a recency bias from a last trade. As you can see, here we go. Pop it out. So let me go ahead and go in the future and show you what did happen. All right, guys, I had to pull up Sierra charts here just to kind of show you some hindsight analysis. I ended up pulling that last lot up here, and it only went up an additional 2 ticks. and then it started to fall back in, and it steadily came back in. It would have come back damn near my entry right here. And again, I was targeting the top where this purple line is. The charts are kind of configured differently because this is after the session, so I updated it. But anyways, it came back up here, never quite reaching that target, and then it would have came all the way back past my entry at this point, and I would have probably scratched that last lot. So it was close enough. It was a good idea to pull it out. I also had recency bias because the prior trading session, I had a core position. It was just a one lot. I scaled out like you saw. I tried to squeeze it out to the target, exactly at the target. The trade ended up coming back 10 points towards me on the last single lot, and that was upsetting. So I sort of had recency bias, and that's why I ended up pulling this. It was close enough. And honestly, trade management will never be perfect. That right there was a good call to do it where I did do it in hindsight. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed Flow State episode 4. Check out my other videos.